Hello dear fans. Is it possible to teach children with deviant behavior in a regular school? Methodological techniques for working with deviant children are strikingly different from the generally accepted ones. Moreover, such children require different learning conditions. Educational experts say it is unreasonable for officials to combine regular educational institutions with special schools for children with deviant behavior. Deviant behavior is characterized by a very extensive nature. It differs from generally accepted norms. However, there are a lot of reasons for the emergence of such behavior, as, in fact, the forms of its manifestation. It should be understood that by no means always human actions that are strikingly different from social stereotypes pose a threat to the personality itself and the society around it. But adolescents with deviant behavior are precisely distinguished by their destructiveness, even in relation to themselves. Deviant and mentally retarded are not the same thing. Even representatives of medicine, psychology, and pedagogy interpret manifestations of deviant behavior in different ways, let alone people who are far from scientific terminology. Therefore, when the administration of a general education school offers parents a transfer to a special school for children with deviant behavior, they often panic. Consciousness instantly draws eerie images of a closed colony school behind barbed wire or a boarding school for children with mental disabilities. However, deviant behavior can be characteristic of even a very gifted child, who gives a lot of trouble to teachers and parents with his hyperactivity. The older generation understands the term difficult teenager much more clearly, but in the course of reforming the education system this concept has lost its relevance and is under an unofficial ban. Now there are children who are in a difficult life situation or a social risk group. But this did not make it easier for teachers. In fact, a transfer from a general education school to a special one is a rare case, because the number of such children is increasing every year. If a child from a completely prosperous family, but with a weak character, suddenly succumbed to a bad influence, then the parents often realize this fact and try together with the school to correct the situation. But what to do with families, where deviant behavior is the norm for all her household members? What makes a school, for children with deviant behavior, different? I must say that there are different educational institutions for deviant children. In a special institution of a closed type, where conditions of temporary isolation are created under the round-the-clock supervision of a security service, only teenagers who have committed a criminal offense are admitted. In most cases, children with deviant behavior are taught in open schools. But the learning conditions are strikingly different from the usual general education school. The first distinctive feature is the class size, 5 to 10 students. The second is the number of employees of the institution per one student of such a school. 40 to 45 teachers and accompanying personnel in the form of educators and psychologists direct their sensitive gaze to 70 pupils. And this is not a whim, but a real necessity. After all, children are not punished there and not only taught, but also treated. Not only physical wounds are treated, but what is much more difficult, mental wounds. And such children are also taught skills that have long been obvious to children from a general education school, and in case of joint education with others, this will, at best, cause ridicule. It happens that children enrolled in a special school do not even have a clue about soup and porridge and how they eat it. What caused the idea of connection? Yes, the maintenance of such an institution costs a lot of financial resources and, perhaps, it is not profitable at a time of active modernization of Russian education, when funding for each school is based on the number of students. Surely, it is precisely the considerations of economy that have caused the heated discussion of the merger of schools for children with deviant behavior with general education, which is planned so far only in the capital. However, it is worth considering how such an innovation will turn out for children of difficult fate and teachers, who, if these schools are closed, will be laid off. A special school is primarily a full-time school. But practitioners note that such children require a dimensionless day. Moreover, it was noticed that with a large crowd of people, children with deviant behavior often have relapses characterized by aggressive attacks towards others. Officials promise that the fate of each deviant child will be decided individually. Someone can be placed in a regular class, others will be formed into separate classes. However, it is always easier to destroy a system that has been created for decades than to create a new one. Moreover, there are no guarantees that it will be more perfect. The number of children in special schools has not decreased in recent years. On the contrary, in addition to the 80 students available at the beginning of the school year, on average, 20 more people are enrolled in directions during the year. Even in the difficult 90s, no one thought of such a deviant decision to save money on unification and consolidation of schools, especially by merging with the singular. Thanks for watching.